All right, hey guys, welcome to another Q&A session for the complete course for studying in Germany. And this session I'm going to keep pretty short because I do not have much time today. A few important appointments are there, but I'm still here to answer any kind of questions you have. So we are going to again quickly go through the presentation like we do every single time, and this is mainly for the new students because many times we have new viewers joining in who haven't maybe gone through the entire process of studying in Germany and things like that, for them to give an idea. And anyways, you can any single time you can watch this entire webinar again to read the details there. Huh? Um, Welcome everybody. Let me know in the comment section where you're joining in from, and then we are going to then kickstart the session. Vibhor Shalin. Okay, Prini is also here. Well, Prini, glad to see you woke up in the morning. Okay, so we have the questions going on, so let's go ahead and start. Now, the complete course for studying in Germany, the one which you might have seen here with a lot of testimonials with such a long process. You might see this video on Facebook ads and stuff and all sorts of stuff. Of course, it kind of blew up previously, it was still a small thing that I was doing, but now we have students joining in from all sorts of different countries, and we have students who actually had some very nice results, and all of these you can see here on the website directly. Now some of the students, so another thing, so many people say maybe I'm not from India, is it still applicable to me or something. We have students from a lot of different countries now, so we have from Mexico, Venezuela, and Chile, and just all sorts of crazy stuff. And recently I forgot to add, but we have another student from Afghanistan too. So that is nice. The course now, we had 425 enrolled students in the course, but now I think it's around 511 or 512 or something. So we are going to do not spam the live chat. That is super important. Then the students who were not really comfortable with sharing the video stuff, we put their testimonials in writing also on the Facebook page. So this is the entire story now. And okay, so we have a lot of people joining in from Mumbai and Bochum. Nice, but I think this is not really then relevant to you. Bangalore, Delhi, Rajasthan, Delhi. Okay, perfect, very nice. So let's start. Yes, close all of the tabs every single time I tell you. Mainly because I just don't like it. If you're getting distracted from all sorts of stuff, and I'm taking out the time to kind of take up your questions here. So that's not really nice. Then fast action bonus. So if you enroll within the first 1 hour of webinar, you will have an exclusive 30-minute personal session, which is right now at around 59 euros for the first 10 students for free. I'm not going to be doing it more times because it just takes a lot of effort for my end. So for example, now for 10 students, 30 minutes personal session, that will be 300 minutes of my life. But again, something that is relevant for the students who maybe are really thinking about enrolling in the course, are just sitting on the fence, and they are just waiting for some kind of questions to be taken up so that they can finally go ahead and they can enroll in the course and start their process. Now every single time, it is super important to understand whom this presenter is coming from. So if Garima is here, Prini, please block all of the spams that we are having. We do not want just in general nonsense comments. So was born in 95, then afterwards I did my preschool in 97, from 97 to 99 in Freiburg, in Baden-Württemberg, it's South Germany. Then you have the school in IIT drama. We did that from 2000 to 2012. I started directly in the second grade, which was crazy. But then I started my BTech, did my civil engineering, met Alina in 2014, and ended my third year. And then I started my internship at Schleich-Bergermann Partner, and in 2016 my BTech ended. So after the BTech ended, Boy, people are not going to like let me finish the presentation. So Vijay Garg just put a super chat. Please suggest some good CS related master courses for non CS people who would want to pursue their career in IT in Germany. Please need help. Vijay, it's not so easy. And the main reason behind it is like if you're going for some CS related courses, you need some subject specific requirements which you have to fulfill. So for this, you have to actually do the research on your own on that. So take a look at that. That will be like a lot more reasonable to you. Huh? So right. So MSc in structural engineering, started YouTube. Then we did some India meetups. The nice thing about like Germany is like, of course, you can just directly shift your program. So like I started in structural engineering, but I didn't feel like doing it afterwards, which was nice because then I could like still have the option of shifting to completely different stream, which was then management, right? A lot of people had like negative perceptions about managements. I definitely did, because I was like, management is for the people who couldn't do engineering. But then I realized like management is a lot more than that. Now, especially when you start seeing like how do you organize people and stuff, and that no engineering company can essentially work without management. So that kind of like made it very interesting, and the willingness or like the opportunity to work with people, that was also like very, very nice. Then I started Big Academy, had my third India meetup, finished my MSc, and then I started Brandewise, where I do marketing consulting for other German companies. That is the main business that I have right now. So on Brandewise, we have different kind of German companies at the moment. So like, yeah, not from India or something. And I think we have one from UK. And we take care of their Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and everything. We build marketing campaigns for them and things like that. And all of this you can still do once you have done your, masters in Germany. That is like pretty chilled out. So another super chat I got from A. Can you suggest some finance public universities? I did my bachelor's with 80% and 3.5 years of work experience. So I think like I do not like these questions, and the main reason behind it is like you can just like quickly do this kind of research like directly on DOD. And this has been kind of the point of all of the the day in life series that we have been taking. So master's degree, you go to English, and then you have to like write finance here. You write finance, you write accounting, you write things like that, and then you will start having all of these results here. So directly go down, you have some of them which are paid. So if you don't want to go for the paid one, you go to the advanced search, and you click on the tuition fee, you click no fees, and then you have 21 results. So again, like it's as simple as that. Like, do this research first. Like you will have to like work on those things. If anybody has any questions, like can you tell me some of the good universities for this and this, don't like ask in the super chat or like even otherwise, because I do not like to keep all of these things in my head when I can just use that and like search those things out. And then for cross-referencing, I can just directly go to the DOD's CHE ranking, which is the ranking relevant for Germany. So go to these two things and you're done. Like, you don't need more things. So here I can select, let's say, what is it? We were having finance. So could be business administration. I want to select like universities, and I click on show rankings. And then afterwards, you are going to have all of these rankings here. It's as simple as that, right? So again, like there's no point of asking like questions which you can easily find the answers to. Chanda is asking a very nice question, which she says, can I change universities during masters? So you can definitely change universities during your masters too. That is not a problem at all, but you have to plan it in advance. So you have to see when the application portals are opening, when the enrollment is going to happen in the new university, and when you have to exmatriculate from the previous university, right? So take care of that. Hey Saurav. Right. So the end of the entire journey was that I have my like master's degree, and I have like a native fluency in German language, which is of course what I always wanted. And it just happened for the best. Now if you think about like doing bachelors in Germany, there are 3 different ways. Of course, you can also like take a screenshot or something so that you can see this afterwards. um, you have student colleague option where you have to essentially do 1 year extra year of your studies. Then you have your university entrance examination afterwards, which is of course a lot more effort. But then you also have another option for that. Like, you could be having your 1 year of bachelor's in India, and then you could clear the JE. Well, it's not mains anymore, now it's advanced, so it has been stepped up, so you can do that. But in general, like, my idea about bachelor's is that, with bachelor's, like, you always like waste almost like 3 to 4 months, or like you almost like end up wasting like 6 months, 1 year. So I'm not a huge fan of that. Like, if you're learning German on the side already before your 12th, and you have like, B2 or C1 level or something, and then afterwards you want to go ahead and do your bachelor's, I think it makes sense to invest your money. But otherwise, if you want to take out a lot of time and like do that, I wouldn't have done it. If I knew the system now, like, and if I knew about it back then, like, I wouldn't have made any drama to my parents that, like, let me do bachelor's in Germany or something like that, mainly because I know a lot more of my time would have been wasted. And every single month that you are actually not, studying or like getting towards your final goal, and you're not earning, your yeah, like, your lifetime value decreases. So that is like my take on that. But for some people, maybe it's like very important to do their bachelor's in Germany. So for them, not a problem at all. Then like you go ahead, you see like what is important to you, and you plan your life according to that. So then we have masters in Germany. So for masters, you have the German taught programs and the English taught program. For German taught programs, you don't need any kind of IELTS. You have more courses and stuff, and you have lesser competition. And the nice thing is, like, there is no percentage bar. That means, like, even if you have lower grades, let's say 45-50%, you can still apply for German taught programs. Whereas in the English taught programs, 60% is like definitely advised minimum, but I would say like the ideal score would be like anywhere from like 70 to 75%. Like that would be nice. So with 60%, you would have the option of applying to lesser known public universities, which doesn't really matter because there are no university rankings in Germany, or to private universities, right? So like these are the two options that you have, like towards the lower scale. So like 60%, 62, 63, up to 65%. That's the option. After 65%, things get better. Then masters in Germany, of course, a lot of people say like, with backlogs, I cannot study in Germany and blah, blah, which is, again, nonsense. Like, you have these two screenshots. One was from Pratik. He had backlogs, and he was still able to find some really good universities, which is definitely like very nice. I personally find it very impressive. Then Ashish also, like, for example, he had a bachelor score of 7.1 CGPA, and then right, so 7.1 CGPA, and then afterwards, if you take a look at the percentage conversion, it's around 63%. So you do find courses in those regards too. Then the main intakes when you're applying for Germany are like, 15th January for 1st April. 1st April is the summer intake, and 15th July. So like the portals open anywhere from like, 1st February or something, and goes on till 15th July. Different deadlines for different universities, and the semester starts like around 1st October. This year it could be like 1st November again, but like, it depends. Then you have like 2 to 3 years of masters. Why I'm saying 2 to 3 years? Because you might need some more time for some kind of courses. So like the 4 semester masters could be turning into 5 semester or 6 semesters. That's why it is like nice to, whenever you're making any kind of, let's say, planning, a smart person does it this way. They try to take the most optimistic planning, like, what is going to be the shortest time I can get everything done, the realistic and the pessimistic. So you have to like plan all of these things, so that when you're like planning your finances and stuff, I don't want to tell you that, just 2 years, like everything will be done, and like you'll be just happily finding a job and stuff like that. I don't think so. Like maybe for you, like it takes some longer time, and you want to like invest more time in internship or something, then do that. But again, like nobody else will tell you these things, because for them, like, it is a lot easier to sell you that idea that yes, 2 years and you'll be done and all good, and you don't have to worry about these things. But that is the problem with this thing. The problem is that they're going to tell you something which will not be backed up when you essentially come to Germany, and this is something which I really don't like. I've been I've been a victim of some kind of like these scammy advices, and this is not I want to like want you guys to fall into. Now the big academy, the complete course for studying in Germany is like what I offer like when you need like support in studying in Germany and things like that. And it's supposed from the enrollment till your master's ends in Germany, right? We have like 80 plus detailed lessons. We had a lot of new workshops added to the course, which was very nice. And then the nice thing about it is like once you enroll in the course, it saves your time because you have somebody to directly like contact. So of course, like Saturday, Sunday, we are not working. Brini and I, like we are kind of like taking care of things right now because live session is the time. So like Sunday is the time when you can actually join in for the live sessions, right? But otherwise, when you're writing us emails and things like that from Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, like you can always approach us. That is not a problem at all. And then every single so bi-weekly we have like a live session. So in the live session we review all of the documents and things like that, and we have a special software where we kind of like make a video recording of whatever document you have given us, and then like we send it back to you, which is like a lot more personal, and then you can like work with that. So this is something I personally also really like, which is again like of course it costs to us, but it is a nice added value to the students who are enrolled in the course. So that's why like again it's a nice bonus there. You are learning from somebody who has already gone through the process. Like this is the one thing that I personally find really important, because it essentially doesn't make sense if you want to learn cricket from somebody who just has played like football their entire life. So again, absolutely doesn't make sense. When you're choosing your mentor, choose somebody who has actually gone through the process themselves. And then of course you have an exclusive group for the enrolled students who are studying in so in the complete course for studying in Germany. And we have the €100 coupon discount for the first 10 signups, along with the thing that I told you, the fast action bonus. So I think this was, slide number 3. So for the first 10 students who sign up, like for them, like we are going to have the 30-minute personal session, So the courses in the Big Academy look something similar to this. So okay, so we got a super chat from Tarun. I'll just quickly take it up. Hey Bharat, what are my chances of German taught MS in computer science with 58% in bachelors? So in English taught, Tarun, definitely very, very like tight, mainly because Rishikesh is saying join the course, it's worth it. I'm actually very happy that some of the students join in the course and they can like talk about the course for me, and I don't have to do so much work for that. So yes, with 58% Tarun, I would say try for the German taught program. That would be like super beneficial for you. Income tax and things like that is what we teach you. So like when you're enrolling in the complete course for studying in Germany, what I want you to take from this is not just like your application process, your simple come, like we take care of the visa process, application process, blah blah blah. I personally find it absolute nonsense. Like my goal for this is like a long-term planning, so that people who are actually committed and are motivated of like studying in Germany, they can build a life for themselves afterwards. And for them, I want to like prepare them from the very starting. If you would ask my course students, like of course we have a lot of different kind of things in the course, like with different kind of workshops and things like that. Recently we had even some kind of live session which was taken by Site Campus, and we were taking a look at what kind of things are needed right now to find you a job. And these things is something you will not learn anywhere. Nobody else is going to like take care of you even when you're done with the process. So even for the students who are right now in Germany, they're also like getting the benefits out of it, because the course essentially ensures support from the moment you enroll in the course till the time your master's is, or like bachelor's is done in Germany. Now we have students not from 6 but like 7 different nationalities, and we will be having the 30-minute personal session for the next 10 students who enroll in the course. Now the difference is because of course like some people ask like, yeah, what is the difference between like just going to a standard consultant and like going to Big Academy? So first of all, like authenticity, like when you're going to a consultant, like just see like if they have some kind of like decent degree from a decent German university, because you want to like model your mentors on the basis of what they have achieved and where you want to be afterwards. So of course, like I've done my master's from TU Hamburg, and like most of the consultants, they don't even have a degree from Germany. Then establishment is in Germany, and many of them have never even left India. The control, you have the full control on application and visa process. And when you like apply with the consultant, this is where the horror stories start. So again, pretty any kind of things that you see which are maybe spams, just like block them. We don't want spams here in the live chat. Okay, so this is what I said, like when you're going to the consultant or something, then sometimes like it happens that they're going to say, all right, like you pay us like extra money so that like we can give you the final admit letter. I find it like again very scammy, and something like I'm personally not really happy about at all, because if you've paid them once, like the support should be towards the end, like till the end, not like yeah, you pay us extra for every single time. Then afterwards, for our course, like that is definitely different, because you have the entire control and you can like ask us for any kind of like questions or something you have. So the experience, like we have lifetime access, we give lifetime access to the students for the course, and the consultants, they only have any kind of support like till they generally get the admit, and then afterwards you're on your own. Investment for our course, the complete course for studying in Germany, it's 549 euros, which is like around 47,000 Indian rupees, compared to like 2 to 5 lakhs, which most of the consultants charge in India. And funny thing, like they're going to charge you 2 to 5 lakhs, and then they're still going to try to put you in some kind of private university where you end up paying a lot more money again in comparison to the public ones. So this is like the normal price of the course, which is 47,000 Indian rupees. We had like two payment plans too. One is 4-month payment plan, and one is 6-month payment plan. For the one-time payment plan, you don't need any kind of like credit card or something. You can also pay with your debit card. That is not a problem at all. But because of the COVID scenario, now we are like offering the course for 399 euros, which is around 34,000 Indian rupees. And with the 100 euros coupon discount, we have it at 26,000 Indian rupees, which is, yes, it is very, very less. Yeah, but like I understand, like for many of the people, like it is difficult times, and they are trying to like also save up money for the difficult days. So for those kind of scenarios, like I understand. And for the temporary time, like we have the 299 euros price, which is going to go back up to 549 once like the things get better, which seems like it is going to take some time, right? So now I want to like quickly jump into taking up your questions, because again, like it is super important for me. Like I told you, I have some like further appointments, so I would rather just like go through the presentation really quickly, and then give you the time so that you can ask your questions without any kind of problems. The 10 seats are left for the 30-minute personal session, so which happens like in the next 1 hour. Like if the students enroll, they get this free thing. Otherwise, till tonight, like you also have the freedom to enroll for the course in case like we haven't reached the 10 students limit. All right, now exclusive session for enrolled students is from 2nd November, so is on 2nd November 8 o'clock. So this is everybody who is enrolled in the course and wants to ask their questions. That is when our bi-weekly live session takes place. All right, so now is the time when you can like actually start asking your questions, and I'm right here. So whatever problems or questions you have about your studies in Germany, enrolling in the course whatsoever, like now is the time to like start shooting. I'm going to also like pull out the live stream from here, and I'm going to like put it inside so that you can see like what I am able to see here. Give me a moment. Screen, so I'm going to put the browser here. Just a minute. Properties. All right, so now you can see what I am seeing here. So Sachin is saying, I have 4 years of IT, and I did my bachelor's in electronics and telecommunication. I had 63.33% in my last year. IELTS score is 7. Is it worth to apply for public universities for applied sciences, and what should I target? So Sachin, the first very important thing is like 4 years of IT work experience is going to offset any kind of problems that you had previously with the 63%. So it is not bad, but it is not great either. But 4 years of work experience takes care of that. So you can definitely work on that thing. Then what kind of universities you should be targeting. So with IT, like I said, like very simply, when you're taking a look at any kind of universities where you want to like apply to and things like that, just come to that, do a basic research here. That's the one way to do about it. And then there's like another platform which is called Hochschulcampus, and there's a specific trick with which you have to like start shortlisting the universities and everything here. This is something that we talk about in the course, but for the basic research you can go here. For the advanced research you use Hochschulcampus, like with whatever we have in mind. But it is not a bad plan, that I can like definitely tell you. All right, so we have next ones. Okay, Avinash Mulye is saying, any view on pharmaceutical science masters? Yeah, again, like the issue with any view is that like you essentially have opportunities for every single field in a country. It is the wrong way to think that you just have Germany as a country for mechanical engineering. It never works that way. Like you always have the option that, so think about like one country which has just like one particular industry. Is it going to survive? It wouldn't. And it would not happen that way, because like most of the people, they have different interests, different motivations. That's why you come up with different kind of industries. And you also have like nice booming pharmaceutical industry. You have management, people from commerce and stuff. They can easily find job once they're done with their masters, and they have good German proficiency. The same is going for engineering students, for law. Like I don't understand like these kind of stigmas that people have, that yeah, I do not know if it is going to be valid or not, like if I can study my masters in Germany because of this and this and this. MBA in Germany and opportunities after, in detail. Well, Tejas, MBA in Germany. And so for the MBA part, the one thing that you have to remember is like no public university is offering you any kind of like MBA programs. I mean, mainly because MBA is supposed to be a lot more like job oriented, and they have to like get people from different kind of companies, and these companies are generally in the place of paying for the education. So most of the business schools take care of that, and opportunities afterwards are nice because you can apply to a lot of management consulting companies. You have major companies like McKinsey, you have Boston Consulting, BCG, and things like that. And then afterwards you can also like go towards like more operational side. And depending on what kind of specialization you choose in your MBA, like you can also then go towards marketing, finance, and corporate finance, accounting, things like that. So again, something you can think about. Kunal Puri is asking, what are the chances of clearing the Aufnahmeprüfung? I mean, what's the ratio of people who apply? Again, Kunal, you have to ask this to the people who are actually taking the exam. In general, the acceptance rate for public universities is a bit lower. So I would definitely come with a lot of competition in mind. That is something that you have to remember. Now, okay, we have to slow down. Hey Bharat, I got an admit from FU Langen University of Stuttgart. The course content is almost the same. Related to machine learning, AI, can you suggest me? University of Stuttgart is a lot better placed according to the industry, because you have some very big industries directly in the Stuttgart region, and then Frankfurt is also close by, which is the financial hub of Germany. So whenever you're taking a look at like a university, always like do it on the basis of what kind of other opportunities will be available in that particular region, right? I personally find it really important. Like this is the one thing that you can absolutely like not what do I say, negotiate on. No, let me put it back. I was trying to get the browser to the face cam. Just a second. Let me see if I can do that. Yep. So oops, right, I think it looks good. Perfect. So we have Sachin Dukle who's asking, is it mandatory to have a certification of German? What is important? City, of course. Content, huh? Or course content. Okay. What is basic tax rate for full-time and student jobs? Boy, like for 100 rupees, like there are a lot of like questions. So mandatory to have certification of German? Yes, absolutely. Especially when you're applying for German taught programs or for like any kind of jobs, it is always better to have them and have them from the Goethe Institute because these are the ones which are recognized most of the times. Then what is more important? City or course content. I would say like first is course content always because you don't want to be studying a course which doesn't fit your needs, and then comes city. But if you can find a nice mix of both of them, then definitely go for it. What is a basic tax rate for full time? So for students generally you do not have any kind of drama because if you're earning less than 9,000 euros a year, you are falling in the tax free zone in Germany, so you don't have to pay any taxes there. For student jobs, again, like that's a story. For full-time job, again, this is going to be a big discussion, but so it progresses from 9,000 euros, it goes up to 14,000 euros. Right after 9,000 euros is crossed, it goes up to 24% till I think like 38,000 euros or something. Then it goes up again till 54,000 euros per year, which is going to be then I think around 42%. It stays 42% till 254,000 euros per year, and then afterwards it's like 45%. So again, like I know all of these things because again, like I'm super interested and I love managing finance and things like that. But otherwise, you can go ahead read a bit more about it. Nah? Is IELTS valid only for 6 months for German visa? My CGP, so IELTS is valid for I think 1 year or like 1 or 2 years or something. You have to see. It's like written like very clearly. So my CGPA is 6.5, and how likely I'm going to get my master's? Okay, I would say like for CGPA 6.5, it would be very difficult to get inside like mechatronics for English taught program. You have to like think about German taught programs for sure. It wouldn't otherwise make any sense whatsoever. Um, Sir, blocked account give returns money now so we can pay our bills. Yes, so like you get paid out 300 800 like 23 euros per month. Yeah, no, 861 euros per month these days. Sahil Ahmed is saying, is 9 CGPA enough to qualify in public universities? Yes, it is. That is not a problem. Pranav is saying, please make a Telegram group for any doubts so anyone can ask or discuss their problem. Yeah, Pranav, the thing is like I don't want to like associate the brand name Bharat in Germany with like many Telegram groups because yeah, it takes a lot of like time and effort to like manage them. And right now anyways, like BIG is not the main focus which I have right now brand device, where I take care of the marketing, marketing campaigns and stuff for different companies. That is where I'm spending most of my time, so I wouldn't have the time to like kind of take care of those things. So that is something I can't do. But you have my course, the complete course for studying in Germany, where you have like again the entire story with the Facebook group where you can like join in and you can ask more questions, and we generally have a lot more productive discussions there. We have live sessions, we have extra workshops, which again you don't get anywhere else. Okay, Shobit Tomer is asking, how difficult is it to get a job after masters if you don't have work experience after bachelors? Also, does university matter for job prospects for mechanical? So Shobit, if you're not going to universities like RWTH, KIT, University of Stuttgart and TU Munich and things like that, then the universities don't really matter. Like they're essentially like almost like on the similar level because of the course curriculum, which is also like very similar for most of the German universities. Now, about the job opportunities, if you don't have work experience, I would say like having work experience always increases your job opportunities, like hands down, without any kind of doubt whatsoever. That's why it makes more sense that you're actually thinking about, internship. If you cannot get work experience after your bachelor's, not a problem. I personally wouldn't have wasted my time in India either, right? So for those kind of reasons, I would say like yes, then you do an internship when you're doing your masters in Germany. That makes the most sense. Okay, I have appeared for IELTS in 2018. It will get expired in 2021. So what if they see my IELTS expired while evaluating, but it was valid when submitting? I write the IELTS exam new, Sachin. don't save on things like these. Really, like these are the wrong places you could be saving on. Ryan is saying, does BIG course provide an insight into financial resources I'm going to need for my bachelor's? I don't really need anything else from that course. So Ryan, financial resources, I'm not like quite sure what you mean. Like, is it about like finding part-time jobs and things like that? If that's the question, yes, we have things related to that, and about loans and stuff. We also have, lessons and things like that. So yeah. Tarun Singh wasted my time in India. Yes, I did. And I'm like very unapologetic about it. Like, if I could have minimized it, I would have done it. Do you only need B1 to apply for German taught programs and C1 for admission? Abhishek, I would say B2 to apply for German taught programs, and then like C2 for admission, or Testa 4x4. With Testa 4x4, you are actually reducing your German language proficiency to just like around B2.2 or C1.1 level. Like, of course, like I can answer like all of these things. These are the questions that I see like over and over again, just because I've been like doing this for so many years, and I've been through the process myself. So many of the questions I might feel like yeah, like this is like very generic, but I understand why you're asking that. What are some of the things I can do to strengthen my CV? Oops, boy, this guy is also spamming. As I do not have any work experience and I aim for Master in Machine Bar in 2022. Well, that's a long discussion. Mainly, you should be focusing on, let's say, some kind of co-curricular activities that you have done. Like, nobody cares about that you were the, I don't know, head of the football team or something somewhere. But if you have done something, just focus on that. If you have done something which is related to your field, then it will be a lot more beneficial to you. Rishikesh is saying, guys, almost all things are covered in the course. Just join. Yeah, and Aman is saying, how do I join the course? So joining the course is like really simple. Like, I don't know what is the rocket science there. So you go to the screen. I put the browser down. I just have to like click here, enroll. That's it. Enroll button, and then it's done. And then if you have the coupon code, which is in the description, so let me also like quickly show that to you. Copy, close. So here is the live session. Like, this is how you're going to see it afterwards. And when you go down, like, you can take a look at the description, and here you can find the coupon code, right? So that's how simple it is. All right. Abhinit is saying, I want to pursue my bachelor's in Germany. I have qualified JEE mains. Can I get directly admission in German public universities? So again, like, I think now the things have changed. You have to like get the JEE advanced qualified to get admission directly into German universities. So I would read up a bit more on that. No? Okay. Neeraj is saying, why there is no need to check the ranking of a public university if you get admitted in one. Are all public universities worth it? So the main reason, like, not to worry too much about the rankings is because, like, if you're not in the best ones, so the ones like which are let's say having a nice track record of like people getting into different kind of companies and things like that, then essentially like it's almost the same. So like I said, the better ones are like you have your RWTH, you have KIT, you have University of Stuttgart, TUM, and things like that. But otherwise, I would say like it doesn't really like matter like for other universities. And it's not me saying, it's like take a look at any kind of like company. You will find people there from all sorts of different places. Krishna Prasad is saying, can final year students apply with results up to 6th semester? What is the probability to get an enrollment? So with 6th semester, it's a bit difficult. That's why I generally like advise people to like wait till the 7th semester, because then people know like, yes, one semester is left and you'll be done like very quickly. But applying with like 6th semester transcripts, it's also not bad. Like I did that when I was applying for the structural engineering program. It turned out nicely. Is there any short-term course in German? I'm currently doing my PG in structural engineering in India. Else I can I job there. So Divya, short-term course. So no magic pills like that. You have to go through the entire like A1, A2, B1, B2, and like things like that in order to even like be able to speak, properly. One thing that I found like very problematic was I talked to somebody and that person was like, yeah, I'm at like the B2 level, and I can like speak German very well, but like when we started speaking, then you see like that the German is like really not on point. So then it becomes problematic because what you want to do is like when you're thinking about having a good German proficiency, you have to think that yes, if I have this German proficiency, I can communicate in any kind of like business situations without any kind of problems whatsoever. R. Deepak is saying with being a CGPA, being 6.5 going up till 7 till the end of my BTech, what grade should I get my German language test to get into masters in mechatronic? So at least B2. No, now I think like here's the thing, guys. Like I think like stop any kind of super chat or something right now. Just like think about this thing. I'm going to close the browser for a moment. There's a lazy way of doing things, and there's a more hardworking but a better way of doing things. And the reason why I say over and over and over again why you should learn German and come for the German taught programs, or like like go for the English taught programs but still learn German, the main reason is because you will not have any kind of better opportunities afterwards. If you are just focusing on the German taught programs, then you will be able to build a nice network during your masters. If you're just going for the English taught ones, thinking like, yeah, like this will be the easy way out, it is never the easy way out. You can take the easy way right now, but like then things are going to get more difficult for you when you're in some kind of like company, you're in the line, you're like standing behind like 20, 30 different people who have all sorts of crazy skills. The one thing that you can have as somebody who is like super proficient in English is having proficiency in German. That means like you can at least like give the employer more value for the money that you're giving to you. And because right now, at least with the entire COVID thing happening, and I personally think that a lot of like employers are now also like more hesitant into like investing huge amounts of money into like people right away. You will be giving them more value for the money that they give you, and this is the reason why they're going to hire you. Otherwise, like you can just think about like all of the other YouTube channels which kind of promote uh the entire story with like yeah, like entire story with private universities and things like that. You can go ahead and do that and do an English start program, and then you will not have the same opportunities. Most of the opportunities I got, most of the businesses I was able to talk to was because I was studying in a German taught program and I built the connections differently. Again, this was a heart to heart talk. I just wanted to like quickly tell you these things because I do not have so much time, so I will be stopping the live session right now. Think about these things. The course is not going anywhere now, but for the 10 students, like we have the personal session too, like upcoming very soon, because going abroad, it is a big decision, right? It is a big decision for a lot of people, but it is an important one. When I could compare like what kind of like studying situation I had in India and what kind of opportunities I was offered. So our entire batch, like in Request Murthal, which was like the only university other than NIT in Haryana which was having civil engineering, I was being offered like 15,000 Indian rupees for doing a full-time job, for working from 7 in the morning till at least like 7 at night, which is insane. Like you cannot even like pay rent most of the times when you're like living in a bigger city. So you have to think about these things. Is it a plan? Is it the plan for you to like kind of just stay in India and like figuring out things like that, like that you want to like do some kind of part-time job, like this private job or something in a private sector company in India, or like you want to really take a control of your things and like thinking about making a plan abroad? Because India is not going anywhere either. Things go wrong, you always have the option of going back, but at least like the option of moving out, this is not something that everybody gets every single time. So thank you so much again. I want to take your leave now. If you have any kind of questions, Garima will be there, and you can write an email at bharat@bharatingermany.com, and we'll get back to you. Now, this session or something, yeah, the 10 seats are still left. I think one student already enrolled, Abhimanu Sharma, and then we have 9 seats left. Again, bye bye. Have a nice Sunday.